Hi everyone! Welcome to another Two-Piece Finally Friday video. I'm Candace Smith and I have another card for you this Friday. We're going to start out with a square grid card from Doodlebug Designs. These come in a set. They have a bunch of different colors and I might have the set right here. They're really fun and they have the matching envelopes. I chose to go with the swimming pool shade, which is kind of an aqua. So I pulled that one out. And I got these. These just came out by Little Yellow Bicycle, and it's a tear out ticket book. They have some really fun, just almost like little journaling tabs and little tickets you can pull out. I chose this postcard one that I pulled out. I thought that would be a really cute base for my card. So I'm going to just adhere it right to my card, about right there. And just using my scissors, I'm going to trim this off. And it might be weird, but I don't like to throw away these little pieces. I actually save them for other cards, so I have a big bin of random little things that I throw into it, so I'm just actually going to add this little piece to it. So this is what our card looks like so far. It actually looks pretty cute just like that. That's amazing how those little tickets can add so much to your card. But I'm actually going to add some Gloobers. I keep calling them Goobers, but that's not the name. They're called Gloobers by Cosmo Cricket. And I'm going to make some flowers using some of these with some ribbon I have on hand. I'm going to put my card to the side really quick while I work on these. So you pull out, this one is the multi-pack, has a bunch of different sizes in it. Looks like it says 1 inch to 3 inch size. And so I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera what the sizes are, but I'm going to pull out a smaller one. And they're kind of like sticky plastic. It's like a piece of plastic on there. And I'm going to put it right on my card where I want it to go. And so what I think I'm gonna do is I want to have 2 different size flowers. I want one right here and right here. And then I think I'm just gonna put in a couple little leaves, some hand cut leaves maybe. And so I think I want to put my bigger one on the bottom maybe. Let's try that. I think we want to do this size. The medium for the biggest one. We don't want to use the biggest Gloober, see I keep saying goober, Gloober on there because I think it would take up the whole card. So I've added that and I have some lace, and actually this you can't buy. It's some vintage lace that I have on hand that I actually dyed using some Rit dye, and I wanted it because I wanted it to match the salmon color really well, and I think it does. So I'm actually just going to take this length and I'm going to kind of scrunch it up as I put it around the Gloober. And that's the nice thing about these Gloobers, is they hold really well. So you just go around, I'm just taking a little pinch and folding it and pressing it to the Gloober. And then once I'm back around, I actually don't have any more sticky stuff. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun. Oh, come here. Don't laugh at my hot glue gun, it's really old. And I'm just going to put a dot in there to tuck in the end. And I like to kind of pull them together. I've got strings of glue everywhere. Okay, so I kind of have a little rosette for my lace, and now I'm going to do a smaller flower. So I'm going to get my Gloobers back out, and there's a smaller one right here. I'm going to pull that one out. These are so fun to play with, and it helps me use up my stash of ribbon and lace and everything else that I have sitting around that I don't have enough to put on to tie around a card, but I can make a little flower out of, which is kind of nice. So I'm stick my Gloober on there. And so see, I have a piece of seam binding that I sprayed with some lime mist that I had, some scrapbooking mist. And for this one, it's already crinkled. You can tell I did it myself. And I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around in a circle, but I want to see a lot of wrinkles. So I'm just gonna twirl it as I go. See, this is just a little rosette, so it's not even gonna use up very much of this at all. There's still a little bit underneath I can add it to. Okay, I think. Okay, I'm going to cut it off. I like the way that looks. So I have two little flowers from my Glubers. I'm actually going to hot glue down this little piece. Those Glubers just make such quick work making flowers out of ribbon. I really love those. Okay, and so to the center of my flowers I want to add a little something, and I'll show you a little trick that I have, and maybe most people know about it. But I have these beautiful buttons. They kind of look like they're metal, but they're not. They're really plastic. And the back, there's what they call the shank. And I don't want this to have the shank on it because I don't want it to add any extra depth to my, although on this one it wouldn't really matter too much because we've got all of the height of the ribbon. But I'll show you what I do anyways. I take some wire cutters. Just, these are super cheap ones. You can get them at Michael's for a couple bucks. And you just snap off the shank and it lands somewhere in my room. I find it later when I'm sweeping. I might just pop them off. Oh, there goes the other one. And then I just hot glue them right onto the middle of my flower. Gives it a little bit of a more dimension to your flower, and it kind of makes it look more like a flower. So I've added my flowers, and now I'm going to add my sentiment. And I have a piece of craft paper right here. And I've taken this, I put the stamps away. I have this thank you message that's from Hero Arts. It's from the Florentine Message Border Clear Stamp Set. And it just says thank you. I'm going to actually stamp it in black on my craft paper. Okay. And I'm using my scissors. I am actually just going to cut this down. Just a little bit more. And then I'm going to make a little V out of the end. So you have a little banner that says thank you. And we're going to add it right in underneath our flowers, so it kind of hangs off the card. Actually, it's a little much, so cut off a little bit. And then add my adhesive. Place it in there. Still a little bit much. I don't want it hanging off that much, so take off a little bit more. Okay. Just like that. And I'm liking the way that's looking. Let's see here. Okay, and now I'm going to add two little leaves right here. And I'm taking out the ticket book again. And I am going to actually use, because I want it all to match so well. I've got little pieces everywhere. This green, same green that's on the postcard ticket, And I'm just going to freehand out some leaves, and we'll see how we like those. That one looks a little... And I like to bend up my leaves a little bit, give them a little bit of body. Stick them in there. You can even, if you're feeling like it, take a sanding block and sand the edges of your leaves. Give a little more definition. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of adhesive and tuck it in underneath the glue burrs. And there we have it. Our card is done. Take a look at it right there. I really like the way this one turned out. It's super fast. Those glue burrs are really fun to work with. You can take just little scraps of ribbon you have laying around in your stash that I have, and you can make beautiful flowers with it. Somebody will be so happy to get this card. Anyways, I hope you get a chance to play along and make the card. Thanks for joining me.